Why are you so obsessed with proving how hard you work? Who are you attempting to impress with your exhaustion? Look at your calendar right now. If it is packed from dawn to dusk with back to back meetings, you aren't winning. You're just loud. You are trading actual progress for the cheap drug of looking busy. High performers, they wear burnout like a badge of honor, especially during the summer months when the calendar gets really chaotic. They step on the gas, grind their teeth, and claim they are doing whatever it takes. What if your constant effort is actually slowing you down? What if your grinding is the exact thing keeping you from your apex? Welcome to the Achieve Your Apex podcast. My name is Chad Himes, your voice of reason. Today, we are launching a powerful 4-part summer series designed to audit your foundation. We're going to call it the Core 4. While the rest of the world is treating the next 90-ish days like an extended recess, letting their habits slide and drifting into complacency, we are going to optimize the machine. We are stripping away the complex corporate jargon to focus entirely on the human engine within you. Over the next 4 episodes, we're going to break down those core 4 into the energy pillar, where we're going to shift from raw effort to surgical efficiency. The routine pillar, where we're going to build non-negotiable boundaries that will survive any schedule, including chaotic summer schedules or holiday times. 3, we're going to talk about the physical pillar, because you don't have to be in whatever shape I'm in, yet embracing sweat equity will expand your cognitive resilience during the tough time. And the 4th pillar is the focus pillar, where we will utilize strategic solitude to analyze your systems into absolute clarity. If you want to finish this year strong, it starts now by engineering a machine that can actually sustain the velocity coming. Pillar number 1 is the energy pillar. We are exposing the toxic myth of the hustle culture. To scale the mountain this summer and reach your apex, you must learn to burn clean. You must choose efficiency over raw effort. Let's look at some actual behavioral science regarding human output. Researchers at Stanford University tracked productivity levels in high-earning professionals. The data revealed a brutal truth. Employee productivity per hour drops off quickly after a 50-hour work week. In fact, data shows that a person who works 70 hours a week accomplishes, wait for it, the exact same amount of meaningful work as someone who is putting in only 55 hours. Think about that math. That means you're throwing 15 hours of your life into a black hole every week. For what? Just to say you did it? Behavioral scientists call this productive procrastination. And what I mean is you are doing low-value tasks to avoid the high-leverage execution that actually moves the needle. Let's back this up with some global metrics. Data analyzing economic output across OECD nations shows that countries with shorter mandatory work hours, like Denmark and Germany, constantly rank higher in GDP per hour worked than nations obsessed with overtime. They do less, yet produce more. They aren't lazy, they're being surgically efficient. When you refuse to rest, your brain creates a cognitive deficit. Your decision-making ability drops by up to 50% when you're operating on mental exhaustion. You spend 3 hours fixing a mistake in the afternoon that a rested brain could have executed perfectly in 20 minutes in the morning. You are trading your health, your clarity, and your long summer evenings to compensate for broken systems. Think about a Formula One racing team. Car pulls into a pit screaming at 200 miles an hour. The mechanics don't sprint around hitting the chassis with hammers, yelling about how hard they're working. They don't sweat through 20 minutes of chaotic effort. 20 people instead move in absolute synchronized silence. 4 tires are changed, fuel is loaded, and the car tears back onto the track in under 3 seconds. That is not effort, that's efficiency. The pit crew doesn't waste energy on drama, emotion, or even on unnecessary movement. Most entrepreneurs operate their business like a demolition derby instead of a Formula One pit crew. You are treating every minor issue like an engine fire, running in circles, draining your battery before the first lap is even done. Let's lean into some direct responsibility. Why do you need people to see you struggling? Is it because if you're not exhausted, you feel like you haven't earned success? Or is it because hiding behind that wall of busyness gives you a perfect excuse to just avoid the real work? It is easy to claim you don't have time to mentor your team, to analyze your financials, or to be fully present with your spouse when you can just point to exhaustion as your shield. Look how hard I'm working for this family. Stop using your calendar as an alibi for your lack of boundaries. Your family doesn't want your burnout. They want your presence. Your business doesn't need your sweat. It needs your strategy. To master the energy pillar, you must switch your focus from hours logged to leverage achieved. Data from the Harvard Business Review shows that elite operators who protected the first 2 hours of their day for solo, high leverage, strategic thinking reported a 40% increase in weekly output. You must design a calendar that has an architecture to support you. Hear me clearly on this. I'm not telling you to leave empty white space on your calendar. Oh no, if you've read my best-selling book, Achieve Your Apex, or seen me speak ever, you know white space on the calendar gets filled with white noise in life. I don't want empty space for someone else to take over. What I want you to do is block your calendar completely, making sure that includes downtime, thinking time, time with your family, time to do things that energize you so that it happens and you get the result you're looking for. If recovery fuels your engine, schedule it, right? If it's an hour of cycling or a dinner with your family, if that brings you that energy, make sure it's a non-negotiable time block on that calendar. Treat your rest with the respect you treat an important meeting. Execute with absolute focus during your production blocks. Then transition into your recovery blocks with zero guilt. Your challenge for the next 7 days until the next episode is to execute your energy and block audit. Look at your current calendar. If it is only packed with tasks that drain you, the system is broken. For the next week, I want you to explicitly block out some recovery time, some family time, and some energizing, generating habits first. Give them a boundary that no amount of revenue can buy out. I'm not saying it has to be first in the day. It has to be first onto your calendar. Stop letting your days happen to you. Control the calendar so you can dominate the execution. The apex is reached not by dragging your exhausted body over the finish line. It is reached by the leader who optimizes the machine to run indefinitely. Drop that badge of honor of being tired. Pick up the standard of being elite. You are fully capable of dominating your targets this summer without sacrificing your sanity. Build efficiency into your life today. Control your focus. And as always, keep climbing.